Hey guys, welcome back to another video on TryHackMe Capture the Flag challenge. Today we will be working on one of the beginner level CDF challenge and its name is Archangel. So let's get started. So here's the challenge and it is on boot to root, web exploitation, Privesk and LFI. So um, the instruction is to uh, deploy the machine and then enumerate it, find a different host name and then go to flags. Okay, so let's start it, and here's the shell and the IP address is export IP 10.10.238.129 nmap. Let's start the nmap scan. SC for common script, SV for version, and then $IP. And meanwhile, let's check its AT port if it is open, and let's see what is hosted there. So there is a website called Wavefire, and it is a kind of template. Um, let's see if links are working. So these are non-functional links except for these one, uh, and let's see if something is there in the comments. So you can go through it, but nothing significant there in the comments. And the nmap scan is also complete. It shows 22 port and 80 port open, which is a web server Apache on Ubuntu. So the instruction says find a different host name and then find a flag. So different host name uh, based on the present information, if you closely look at on this page or on source, is this email address. So uh, because this .thm thing is mentioned, so this looks like a host name. So let's add in this our uh, host file, and let's see what uh, is hosted on this host name. Sudo nano etc host, and let's paste the host name here and the IP address, which is 10.10.238.129 238.129. Save this, and uh, let's open this page. So http not www, but the host name. So it says under development, and we see uh, one flag here. So find a host name, find a flag, look for a page under development. So um, this is the under development page, but uh, let's see if we can find anything else using GoBuster scan. So dir scan with URL, this one, and small list, and let's see what we can find with .php page, PHP extension. And meanwhile, uh, maybe let's cancel the GoBuster scan. I will tell you later why. And let's uh, find other ways to check what all pages are hosted here. So one of the thing which is suggested to check is to check the robots.txt file, and we can see test.php is there, which is in disallowed list. And definitely this is a common uh, keyword, and this will come up in GoBuster scan as well. So either way, you need to find this page, and when we open this, oh god, so because of the .thm extension, it is going to uh, Google search engine instead of HTTP. Okay, so this is the test page, not to be deployed. Here is the button. Let's see what is in the source. So it is pointing to a PHP page, and button ID is secret. That's it. So when we will click on this button, it will send us to mrrobot.php file. So control is an illusion. So uh, this robot.php content is getting printed here. So we cannot check the source, but we can check the parsed version of this page. So you can see the complete path here. So maybe we can play with this path. Let's do this using burp. Intercept is on, and refresh. So this is the page, this is the HTTP request, and let's move to repeater and send. So control is an illusion. So let's try a couple of things. Etc pass wd. Sorry, that's not allowed. So something is getting filtered out, and the this complete URL is allowed, and we are on the test PHP. Let's see if we can call the test PHP here. Send. Here is the button, test page to be deployed. So nothing is coming up, and .php, because of .php extension, we might not be able to see the source here directly. So we need to exploit this machine using LFI. So let's do a quick research on LFI and RCE, that is remote code execution. If we can remotely execute something, so from LFI to RCE, there are a couple of articles, so you can research using some of the articles. Uh, but let's see what uh, this is suggesting. Log poisoning. Um, so one of the example of the logs is access.log, and maybe before moving this, let's see if we can read the PHP content to understand what is filtered, because if we try this path, it will not allow us to access. So let's try with the log file, send, and sorry, this is not allowed. So we need to understand the filtering on this page, which is uh, test.php. So let's search something called LFI uh, bypass restrictions. Let's see what we can find here. Let's cancel this, and this is a Medium article. I'm just showing this to you to know how to find what to do further when you are uh, stuck, how to figure out next steps. So you can research all different methods suggested in any article, maybe like this one. So I'm quickly jumping to the exact thing which will work here, which is encoding content using base64 and uh, reading the file. So let's copy this thing, and no, it is allowing to copy or not. Let's see. Yes. No, it is not. Um, yep. Okay. So basically, we can encode the file in base64, and using PHP filter, we can try reading it. So the concept is simple. Just paste it after your parameter. So we are supplying this as a value of parameter view, and let's see what happens. So it still says that this is not allowed. So maybe let's copy this complete path, and let's see if we can uh, read this after base64 encoding and decoding. So send, and we can read the base64 value. Let's try to decrypt it, and let's remove couple of spaces and base64 minus d. So this page is simply having this code php echo, and let's try to do the same thing with test.php. So let's replace Mr. Robot with test, and we we are able to read it. So this is quite long. uh, I don't know, maybe just copy like this and echo paste, and we need to remove a couple of things. Echo double quotes, and in the last double quotes again, uh, base 64 minus t, and let's export it to downloads slash test dot php. Let me correct this, echo and enter, cd space downloads cat test dot php. So here is the code. So this is the important piece. So we can see if the view parameter is present, then if the constant str string, if this is not present, this is a not symbol, and in addition to this, if this is uh, present, then only execute it, otherwise show sorry, that's not allowed. So we need to make sure that our URL does not contain this, but it must contain this. So um, let's see if we can now read the passwd file. So the basically what we need to do, we need to reach out to etc passwd file. So if I keep the keep this portion as suffix of the URL, and if I go back to one directory, then another directory. So at first I am one level above development testing, then one level above HTML folder, then one for www and two for var. So we are now at root and then etc slash passwd. And since we know that there is another constraint that we cannot use this in the URL, so we can replace it with double slashes, and there are other ways also, but this is one of the simple way which you will find in LFI tutorials online. So let's see if we can now read the etc passwd file. So yes, we are, and copy and paste again, paste and paste 64 passwd. Okay, I have already executed this challenge to make sure I don't stuck it somewhere before recording. So cat passwd. The only user is Archangel with bin bash and directory, and then root. That's it. So now we can read any file, and next step is to follow any article like this one to remotely execute code using access.log file. So we know Apache is running on this server. So the default location of log file is this one, var log apache 2 access.log. So can we read this? Yes, we can read this. Now we don't need to encode decode using base64 because this is not a PHP file and this will not get executed. So we can probably directly access this path by removing PHP filter and base64 syntax. So view equal to this path and then send. So here is the log file. So um, previously I have not executed the gobuster file, gobuster command to enumerate because in this file we need to use LFI and remote code execution, and if I would have executed this gobuster command with all the word list, then we can fill this log file with those attempts. So you can already see there are hundreds of attempts with random PHP files. So this is because of 800 attempts, random attempts using this word list. So that's why I stopped the GoBuster scan, and uh, let's see if we can use the remote code execution using access.log file. So if you read further about it, uh, you will find a portion in most of the cases to use a remote code execution portion in user agent. So here it is. So basically you can use PHP syntax, PHP system dollar underscore get cmb and bracket close semicolon question mark and this. So we can use this as our user agent, paste, and then we can add another parameter, that is cmd is equal to, and then any command, maybe id, and let's see what will happen. So you can see it is not showing the new agent because the log always shows entries from the last attempt. So this attempt is recorded now, and if we will run it again, it will show log for our previous attempt. So it took some time, um, but here you can see the parameter, and this is our output. So we are running this Apache with www data. So you can do a couple of things using commands. Maybe you can upload a reverse shell, or you can read some files on the server. But I'm moving directly to pentest monkey to get a reverse shell. So let's initiate our netcat session on 1234 port and copy our regular netcat syntax. Maybe we can open another tab here, um, and let's replace our IP 10.8.21.57 and we can directly paste this in command here, but let's do the URL encoding to make sure that special characters does not create any problem. URL encode key characters. Control U is the shortcut, and let's run this. And there is a shell. So, what is the next step? Let's see the room just to make sure we are on the right track. So find a flag to get a shell and get the user flag. So there are some flags which we can get. Okay, we cannot read the hint, so I'm not searching for flags right now, and moving to user 2 and then root the machine and get the root flag. So maybe let's check further on the box what is hosted there, but before that let's upgrade our shell, uh, python 3 pty, uh, python 3 -c import pty dot spawn, bracket start slash bin slash bash bracket close, another inverted comma, and I think that's it. Yep, pwd. So we are at development underscore testing directory. We know index.html, mr robot.php, robot.txt, and test.php. Just let's go back uh, to the main window and to the main Apache root folder, and we can see another website files are hosted here, and let's check directly what is there in the home directory. So there is only one user, Archangel, cd space Archangel, and let's see what all files are here. So there is a file called user.txt. This is our user flag. This is a secret directory, and this is secret. This is another directory which is my files. So we cannot uh, probably read the secret, access denied, but let's see what is there in cd space my files. ls minus la, password backup, uh, root and root. So this is a file. Can we read this file? Cat password backup. Okay, so this is just giving a YouTube URL, which is a rabbit hole. You can watch this song if you would like to. So at this point, maybe you can use the some previous scripts to check what is interesting in this box, or otherwise you can follow some checklist. So one of the things which you should check is etc cron tab. So there is a script called hello world.sh, which is getting executed every minute using Archangel user ID. So let's see what's going on in opt directory. So this is the script. We can, maybe the script is taking some backup in this directory. So let's check the content of hello world.sh. So basically it is just echoing this message and adding in hello world.txt every 1 minute. So we can do one thing. We can add our pentest monkey syntax, pentest monkey syntax to this file. So the same syntax which we use to take the shell, this one, and let's again replace the IP address 10.8.21.57.1235, and let's copy this complete thing, and because it has this greater than symbol, it can create problem. So maybe we can encode this first with 1235 IP address base 64, um, and let's just copy this thing, echo, paste, and the remaining line, double quotes, and base 64 minus d, and append in the file slash opt slash hello world.sh. Let's check the final content, and before checking, I'm initiating the shell at 1235, and the content is hello world.sh. So this command looks fine, so we should probably get a shell now. Okay, let's upgrade this one again using python 3 spawn pty, and let's see what all files are there. And we have already checked a couple of files like my files, but we could not check the secret. So what is secret? cd secret and ls backup and user2 dot text. So this is our flag, probably the user2 flag, and then we need to just escalate our privilege and check the root flag. So this backup thing, let's see, what is the file type? File backup. So this is basically ELF LSB executable file, and there are a couple of way to check the syntax or the content of this executable, maybe using um, tool called Ghidra, uh, Ghidra, or turn off the burp. Basically, you need to decompile the exe. Yes, so using this tool, we can reverse engineer uh, and check the commands, but we can get some hint using cat command as well. So let's see if we can read couple of things. So syntax start from here. So if you will look carefully, one of the uh, thing you can see some paths are written here. So home user Archangel my file star and this thing, and you can see the command here. So let's copy this thing in our notes, and if you will look carefully, couple of things which are interesting and readable is some commands like set UID system and then again set GID to something. So you will find the clean syntax of this executable, which is probably written in C, C++ or something. Uh, but these two things, set UID and this copy, is sufficient to complete this lab. So basically what it is doing, it is setting the UID to system, that means to the highest privilege, and then it is executing commands copy and executing copying this files to this location. So just by copying the files, we might not uh, uh, get the root privilege, but there is a hint in this room uh, here which says something about dangerous path. So basically, we can execute CP command, um, and we can ignore rest of the thing. So what we can do basically is to create a dummy CP file with our content, and then uh, ensure that the path is set uh, so that instead of executing the real CP command, it execute the CP which we are placing here. So what we can do, we can write some syntax, or maybe we can copy the syntax from /opt /hello world.sh. So echo paste and sh. Is it an error or the command is success? Oh, okay, so not sh, we need to paste it in cp. Why it is giving the error? So maybe let's do in the root directory, not root directory but home directory. It says event not found. So okay, so I'm using wrong quotation marks. So echo hash exclamation sign bin bash cp, and then do the same thing again without the pound sign. uh, bin slash bash, and append the command, and then let's check the path which are set in the environment variable. So we can add the current directory path, which is home slash archangel, using export command. Export path is equal to home slash archangel, and then dollar path. That's it. So I made a mistake again. Let me check the content of path variable first. So it is incorrectly set. So maybe let's set the complete path. Um, this one first, paste colon, and this complete thing. I think it looks good. So let's see if we can uh, execute that binary. So cd slash, and before doing that, let's set the ch mode to executable on cp file. ls minus l looks good. Let's move to my files. ls password backup, not my files but secret directory, um, and run the backup. No such file directory. uh, so basically I made another error. I don't know what I'm doing today. Cat cp. So I should not have kept this thing. So we need to repeat uh, the same thing again. Let's replace this file, then echo cp, cat cp, ch mode, setting it again. Not sure if it is required, but cd slash secret ls, and run the backup now, and we are root. That's it. So I hope you have enjoyed this lab. So there are a couple of things which is tricky. That is, one is to use um, one is to not use dot dot slash dot dot because of the constraint mentioned in the test, basically in the test.php file. And the another thing is to use the use this path mandatory. So the only way around is to use dot dot slash again and again. and then using the access log file to run the reverse shell or run any command and use the user agent. So this is a common technique, LFI and LFI with RCE. So you will find a couple of articles like I have shown you, and you can research further on it. You can also read about PHP filters which we used to run the base64 command. And I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, please watch other videos and please subscribe. And if you have some suggestion or some improvement that I can do in videos, you can mention in comments. Have a great day. Take care. Bye bye.